Hi, I'm Sarah Takens with All Day Highly Distracted, and today we got some we listen and we don't judge hair. So ignore the hair. We're gonna do this. Let's get going. Okay, today we are talking about being the devil's advocate of real estate. What does that mean? Well, I consider myself to be a little bit of a devil's advocate. I kind of always point my clients towards like all the things that are wrong about the house, and I don't necessarily point out all of the great things about the house. The great things speak for themselves, right? Isn't that what we say? Let the house shine, speak for itself. But there's a lot of things that buyers do not know what to look for, and I love pointing them out. Now, I am a professional at this because I have been doing this since I was about 10 years old. When we go into a house, we do the basement last. If we do not like the first and the second floors, we do not go to the dungeon. We don't need to. We're not going to look at the garage. We don't need to. We always look at the outside last because I don't want to be tracking nasty stuff through their house or even into like their main area where we take off our shoes. Don't want to do it. Okay, now that we are inside the house, we're staying in the foyer, we're going to be looking at the windows, we're going to be looking at the floors, we're going to be looking at the plugs, we're going to be looking at the ceiling, especially the corners, looking for any kind of water damage. We're looking for any kind of moisture on the windows, cracked windows, do they go up and down? We're just kind of looking to see what is the big condition of the home. Remember, we don't look at their stuff. We don't bother with their couches. We don't look at their pictures. If the selling agent did not have them take their pictures down, like I do, we don't look. It's not a big deal who owns the home because we're going to maybe own it next, right? Well, not me, you. So what we're going to do, we're going to now head on over to the kitchen and we're going to look at the appliances. We're going to look under the sink to see if there's any water leaks under the sink. We're going to check and make sure that the cabinets open and close well. And then we can head right over to the bedrooms. We'll check out the bedrooms, check out the sizes, same things, flooring, windows, ceiling. And then we head right into the bathrooms next. The bathrooms now will tell us, is there mold on the tub? What's the condition of the tub? What's the condition of their shower curtain? If they didn't even take the time to put a fresh shower curtain in, is this the house that you want? That's not very good maintenance. So we look at all this stuff. Where's our smells? Do we have any smells in this house? Is it smells that will go away with the furniture or with their food? Those are things that we need to think about. Or is there a mold smell? We don't know. We gotta check this stuff out. So in the bathroom, we're also going to be looking for leaky faucets. We're going to be looking for a leaky toilet. What's the ring around the toilet like? And then we can go right upstairs. If there's a second floor, check that stuff out. And finally, the basement, the dungeon, the place where the magic or the torture happens, at least for me. So we go downstairs. I am checking on the walls. Are they poured concrete? Are they stone? Or are they cinder block? So cinder block and stone, I don't like them, but we'll deal with them. If they've been well maintained, we'll deal with them. Poured concrete for me is the best possible thing that you could have. The only place you're going to really see moisture on that is if we have some major gnarly cracks in it. Like typically you'll see those where the windows are, or if there's something wrong with majorly wrong with the foundation, we'll start seeing cracks. But really the only way you'll get water is that crack in between where the wall and the floor meets. There's sometimes right in that seam, you'll get some water seepage. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty dry basement for you. When we see cinder block basements, what we want to look for is the chinking coming out. Is that mortar, are there any stress cracks? Is it step cracking? Is it straight across horizontal cracking? Is it cracking in the corner and settling? What is happening? Is there any sign of water coming in? Things that you can look for is like a salty white substance on the wall, and it's called effervescence. And what that is an indication that water has come through that brick and has now kind of dried and it's brought some of that brick material through it. And we don't want that. We do not want to see that. Any kind of discoloration like yellow, brown, or black would be an indicator, sometimes green even, would be an indicator that there might be some mold-like substance in the home. Also, if you feel me starting to clear my throat a little bit more or do this a little bit more, yeah, there's mold. There's mold in that house. Anytime I go into a moldy house, it takes me about 3 days to clear my lungs out. So I will know within about 20 minutes of being in that house if there is mold. I can't say that because I am not a mold technician. I do not have a certification for it, but I will tell you there's mold. It's just how it is, right? So then we see a stone foundation. What we're looking for on the stone foundation, are any of the rocks loose? Is there dirt coming in? Sometimes you'll see the sloped Michigan walls that have been concreted over. Are there any cracks in that? Because that would indicate that a foundation issue could fall in as well. We are going to go outside, and we're going to check the siding. We're going to check for cracks on the exterior of the foundation. We're going to check for any kind of gutters. We're going to look for the chimney to see if there's any chinking coming off of that, any brick faces peeling off of the chimney. We're going to look at your roof, and we're going to see if there's any peeling of shingles, missing shingles. I have seen missing shingles on numerous houses. And then checking the fence line. We're going to see if there's any kind of survey stakes out there. Anything that we need to be aware of. Does it have underground sprinkling? Is there a giant fire pit in the middle of the yard that we need to be aware of? We'll check the garage. We'll just, make sure everything's working okay. And then, if you like it, even after I've pointed out every single flaw that I can find, then we will bring the inspector in to really scare you. That's basically the devil's advocate role that I play as a buyer's agent in real estate. If you are looking for somebody that will help you kind of circumvent all of these scary things in buying a home, I would be happy to help you and get my service partners involved so that we can make sure you are starting out on the best foot possible with home ownership. I'll talk with you later.